Without further ado, bear down.
Bear down. So I'm sorry. There's one constant. It's Nagy.
3 and 10. It was almost 4th and 21 at one point. Think about this shit. Like, it's not fucking rocket science. It's Nick Foles looked like he was standing on top of a Roomba moving up there. At least we have a fucking kicker now.
We finally have a kicker. It's like 3rd and 4, and he's throwing 3 yards on an out route. I'm fucking done.
How the fuck does a college quarterback just throw it away within a second of knowing I don't have shit?
Yeah,
and Foles is like,
Foles has been in the league for how fucking long? He's a fucking lawn chair.
You're not.
He's literally a lawn chair. He just fucking folds immediately.
Nick Foles.
I almost took that shot. Bear down.
Yeah. I would have it up. Hey guys, welcome back to 4th and 21, a Bears podcast by Bears fans. I'm Arturo. This is Alex. Make sure to hit the subscribe button, notification bell, comment, and like our video to stay up to date with our posts. If you guys watched last week, you know that we are going to start doing this new thing. We're still going to take shots, but also whoever has least close prediction on their outcome of the game is going to have to take a not so enjoyable shot, which this week it was him by not that much at all. So luckily I lucked out. Why don't you tell them what you're going to be drinking?
Canadian Mist. If you guys have never had it, it is the worst whiskey I've ever had in my life. To me, it tastes like literally whiskey that went bad. So
yeah,
not looking forward to this. I guess this will be my bear down shot. I don't get to chase it, which is another part of it that's not great for me.
I'll be having some Jim Beam Peach.
You know, fuck you, because I'm sure you'll enjoy that a lot fucking more than I'll enjoy this.
Bear down.
Bear down, guys. Fuck me, I'm not excited.
Wrigley, stay away from there.
Yeah, pretty much as bad as I remember it being. So the reason why I had to fucking take this shot was because fucking Christ, it's bad. I picked the Bears to beat them 27-17. Or sorry, yeah, 27-17. Fuck, I need some chasing. Wrigley, don't fucking do that.
No.
All right, get out of there. You want to
Go
come up this way? All right, yeah. So I had the Bears winning 27-17. I believe he had them winning 24-17. So obviously he was closer than I was, but neither of us were that close because we both had the Bears winning. And they obviously didn't. So the Bears dropped 5. They go to 5-5 before the bye week. At this point, I am actually a very optimistic Bears fan in general. This is probably the time of the year where I'm going to be the most pessimistic. I think that the wild card is going to need a minimum of a 10-6 record, which means we're going to have to go out and win 5 of our next 6 games. We have 2 more games against the Packers. We have another game against the Vikings in Minnesota. I just don't see it happening at this point. So at this point, I think the Bears season is over, if I'm going to be completely honest. I hope that I'm wrong, but I just don't see us going to the playoffs. I don't think a 9-7 team is going to go to the playoffs. If you look at the Seahawks and the Rams and the Cardinals, they're all, I believe, like 5 or 6-3. So they have a way better chance than the Bears. Like, I don't think a 9-7 team is going to go to the playoffs this year. We have to be 10-6. That's 5-1 record. I don't see that happening at this point.
Especially with Tyler Brady.
However, I will say that this bye week came at the perfect time because I really don't want to watch the Bears team next week. Like, I really don't. Like, I'm okay with taking a fucking week off from disappointment. So, with that being said, should we go into our grades for the defense?
Yeah.
All right, I get to drink some beer now, right? That was plenty of time. Fuck.
Oh, yeah. Before we start, too, never had heard of it. I hadn't had it. I didn't know we carried it at my work. It's by Ale Asylum in Madison, Wisconsin. Fuck the Packers, by the way. But it's called Fuck COVID. They have this one and a white one. The white one I think is like a Pilsner or a light ale, but later on in the episode I'll let you guys know if it's worth it. I just bought it for the name, but it might actually be beer. So. And as much as I hate the Packers, they do know how to make good beer.
For the most part, yeah. I mean, I wouldn't say Milwaukee's best is anything's best, but
Best. Easy drinking. All right. Defense. What do you have?
so for the defense, I have an A. The biggest issue for the Bears defense this year has been takeaways. We had 2 of them this game. That's phenomenal. We held Dalvin Cook, so I have no issues with that. I did say in our previous video that I want us to stop Dalvin Cook and have Kirk Cousins beat us. While I don't think Kirk Cousins beat us, I think we beat ourselves more than anything. We did exactly what I wanted us to do. We stopped Dalvin Cook. We didn't let him produce, especially when Akeem Hicks was in the game. As soon as he went out, Dalvin Cook started producing more. And we had the 2 takeaways. If I were to give them an A+, the only way that I would give them an A+ is if we got more sacks because we had 1 in the game, and that's just not acceptable with how much that we're spending on our defensive line. I'm sorry, but with Khalil Mack on one side and fucking Quinn, who has been absolutely fucking useless. We're paying him. We just signed him for what, like $70 million? That dude is he's been useless. So yeah, no, I think they get an A. I'm going to get into this a little bit later, but we dropped a punt and we held them to 3 points. I think it was a 3-and-out after we dropped that punt. And it was a 3-and-out and they kicked the field goal. So, yeah, no, I think the defense did amazing like it does every fucking week in, week out. We've gone against 2 of the best rushers, 2 best rushing attacks in the league the last 2 weeks. And we've stopped Derrick Henry. We've stopped Dalvin Cook. And we got beat by, I wouldn't even say Ryan Tannehill and Kirk Cousins. We just got beat by our offense. So I'm giving our defense an A.
Yeah, I'm pretty much.
Could have done better. It's more sacks. Because if there's one thing that we should be doing, it's getting pressure on the quarterback.
I'm pretty much there. I gave him an A-. Team Hicks started off really well, especially targeting Cook. He started off targeting him, talking shit.
Loved him talking
it ended
shit.
with Bilal Nichols talking shit. Roquan was in there. Everyone was talking shit. Urban, was it? Yeah, right. Brent Urban.
Yeah, Brett or
Brent. Brett or Brent.
Brett, I believe it's Brett.
Brett. Yeah, we did what we said in the last video we had to do. I think it's just certain things like Akeem got, hurt. Quinn didn't do shit. Eddie Jackson is scared to tackle anybody.
What the fuck, dude?
Buster Screen just can't fucking keep up with anybody. It's just certain things, but overall, held Dalvin Cook until the end when, Akeem got hurt and whatnot. I think it's just those few players that have, as a cohesive unit, just, we could have done a little bit better. But overall, I was happy. We got that interception. We got the fumble recovery. So I think they did, again, their job. Just had to be on the other side too. So I think A- is pretty fair to give them. Hope Akeem's good. I mean, we didn't hear really shit that game, and it was annoying that they weren't attending to him, and they're just like, he's out. No one's checking up on him. It's like, all right. But, yeah, A-. Yeah, that's what I got for defense.
All right, let's go into special teams.
Special teams.
What do you got for special teams?
I got a B+.
That is – all right, so I'll just say right now I have a B+ as well. I'm sure it's for the exact same reason.
The dropped punt, but Cordero did well. We got the ball up and, kicked field goals. They did their job too, besides that drop punt. The running wasn't bad. Miller out there did well as a returner. So, I think both of those.
He saved himself from
a
being
shitty game because,
scat of the week. Because I don't know if you guys know what a lot of shit in the woods is called, but bear shit, including another shit, is bear scat. So scat of the week, I was definitely thinking Anthony Miller because he had a fucking terrible game, but he definitely redeemed himself in the return game after Dwayne Harris dropped that punt. I think the Bears dropped Dwayne very quickly, like one dropped punt, and they were just like, all right, you're out.
Yeah.
Anthony Miller came in, though, and did a really good job. So to me, he saved himself from being scat of the week because I was so upset with him very early on.
Well, I mean, the interception. I mean, sure, that wasn't a –
and we'll get to that when we get to the offense, but our special teams field goals, extra points, they've been solid all year. No issues there. Cordero leading off the second half with that kick return touchdown was the only – but that was the only highlight of the game for the Bears. If you look at what else was a highlight of the game for the Bears, Khalil Mack's interception. But other than that, it was that play, and that was fucking awesome because we needed that so badly in the second half. The only thing that sucked is I was just like, so now our offense still hasn't done anything. Our offense has put up 6 points. Our defense or special teams have put up 7, and I'm not complaining about it because that was fucking awesome. I've been waiting for Cordero to pull that shit all year. 104-yard kick return.
Against his old team, tying a record.
But then the drop punt, immediately I was like, it would have been an A+, except for that drop punt. So that to me just drops it a full letter grade because we made a great defensive stop and then immediately give them the ball back. And our defense still fucking stands up against them and makes them kick a field goal. But that easily drops them down a letter grade because you cannot, with our offense being as bad as it is, you cannot keep giving it to the other team. You can't.
Yeah.
Our offense has to be mistake-free, and our special teams has to be mistake-free if we're going to win games. And that, I'm sorry, that was a huge fucking play in the game because that was a 3-point turnaround where they got a field goal. And if you look late in the game, we have the ball with, I believe, under 3 minutes left, down 6 in field goal range. I guarantee we could have tied that game up if it were 16-13 instead of 19-13. We would have tied that game up. So that play immediately drops him a letter grade. And as great as the special teams has been, that sucked. Dwayne Harris fucked that up really bad. But again, Anthony Miller came in, did a great job to replace him. I think combined in his 2 returns, hit something like 30 or 40 yards, which is amazing. And he set up the Bears offense in great field position, and they still continued to shit the fucking bed. So I feel like that leads into our offensive grades.
Yeah. And no surprise here, they get an F.
I've got an F as well. So, yeah, no surprise.
It was just bad. It was bad. Again, we reiterated this the entire game. Quick outside pass works. What do they do next time? Run it. What do they do on third down when they need 5? They try and throw a fucking 30-yard pass, and then we're punting it another 3 and out. It was just it worked, and then we're like, oh, there's no way that's going to work. You got to try something else. The play calling seemed to look different for a bit, except that after first down and doing the right thing, it just went back to that interception that went through Miller's hand. Could have had, but also and then on Robinson too when he.
But also on that play, if you actually look at that play, Foles had all the time in the world.
Oh yeah,
all the time in the world.
He had a clean pocket.
We want to talk about our offensive line being bad. I get that our offensive line is bad, but that interception had nothing to do with our offensive line. He had a clean pocket.
He had time.
He didn't make a great throw, and Anthony Miller, he didn't make a perfect throw. I will admit Foles could have made a better throw. But Anthony Miller, you have to make a better play on the ball than what you did. I'm sorry, it's I don't know who to blame more, Foles or Anthony Miller, because Foles should have put it in a better spot, but then Anthony Miller, he put it in a spot good enough for you to fucking make a play on the ball. Yeah. And we took the ball away. It took 2 plays to give the ball back. We hit it from we get a fumble from Kyle Rudolph, who has never fumbled in his entire life. We force a fumble, and then 2 plays later, we give it back to them. What the fuck is the point of getting a turnover if your offense is going to give the ball back right away? Not even punt it, but actually give them the ball away. It's just absolutely fucking ridiculous. I have nothing to say about the offense except that it was absolute trash. I actually liked what we were doing early on. I really did. I thought what we were doing early on was efficient. It was quick. We weren't letting the defense think. We weren't letting our players think. We were just letting them react and doing quick plays. But every time we would do something like, okay, to end the game with less than 150 total yards on offense, unexcusable.
Didn't we have like -2
going into the fourth quarter? I think we had like -2 yards or something like that. It was absolutely absurd. And the thing is, what I don't get is like everything that worked, we refused to continue to do on offense. A quick slant on the inside, a quick play to the outside. Why would we move away from those when they would work on first down? We get 6, 7, 8 yards. Then we do a toss play to the right where Cordero Patterson has to actually round the defense and probably run 8 yards before he gets to the line of scrimmage. So you know how much time you're giving that defense to actually get to him? And also, the thing that grinds my gears more than fucking anything on offense, it was the first quarter that I told you.
They're going to blitz.
On third down, they are going to blitz every fucking third down. Why would you not blitz on third down? Nick folds like a lawn chair every fucking time you get pressure on him. So why would they not blitz him on third down? But if you go back to our third down plays, by the way, we were like 2 for 11 on third down, which is atrocious. We were the worst in the league going into this game on third down. And then on third down, you know that there's going to be a blitz every fucking time. I said it in the first fucking quarter. And you can go back. All of our plays are downfield. And if they weren't downfield, Foles was going to the wrong fucking guy. There was a play in the end zone that it was third down, and he tossed it to the fucking right when Darnell Mooney is making a slant to the inside, open for a touchdown. And he doesn't fucking go for him. Every third down, they should have done a quick slant to the inside because that's where their blitz is coming from, is their linebackers. I could see this from the first fucking quarter. I don't understand why these people that are getting paid hundreds of thousands of dollars, if not millions of dollars, can't realize that the blitz is coming from the middle. Every third down, just do a fucking slant to the fucking middle, and you will get the fucking first down. There was a 3rd and 6 that we had, I think, in the third quarter, and I think Foles got sacked. And they showed the replay. Every wide receiver was 20 yards downfield. Tell me why on 3rd and 6, when you know that they're going to blitz, and we have a bad offensive line, that you're sending a ball deep. How in the fuck does that make any sense at all? I cannot wrap my mind around what, like, I want to say it was Nagy's fault, and it sucks because I don't think that it's all our offensive fault. Like, we have weapons. We have Robinson. We have Darnell Mooney. We have Kmet. We have Jimmy Graham, who's had a pretty good year. We have Anthony Miller. We have these weapons on offense. We have Cordero Patterson, who actually had a pretty good game. And I'm sorry, Foles sucked ass as well. Like, Foles is just as bad as the offensive play calling. But if the offensive play calling was better, they could hide Foles' weaknesses, and they don't do that. I want to blame it on I want to blame everything on Nagy. But it's not just Nagy. I guarantee Nagy said, "Hey, Laser, you can run the offense, you can pick the play calls, but you're still going to run my style of offense." And I don't think Nagy gave up all of his offensive duties. I think he said, "You're going to run my offense. You're just going to change. You're just going to pick the play calls out of my offense." Yeah. And so, therefore, it's still going to be fucking bad any way that you look at it.
Wrigley,
any play call that he makes is still going to look bad at this time because he's still running Nagy's offense, which is shown to be ineffective. So I'm just fucking furious at our play calling, and I'm furious at Nick Foles. And Anthony Miller had a fucking bad game as well. And those are the 3 fucking people on offense that I want to fucking call out. And honestly, I could sit here and call out the offensive line. They didn't have a great game, but they were not the issue. What was it last night? They were not the issue. Those 3 players were the issue. So yeah, I give them an F. That's all I have to fucking say about them. It was a lot, but I'm done now talking about them. You can talk about the offense now uninterrupted because I got all my
pretty
shit
much
out.
covered all. Why I kept trying to say, and I was like, you know what? We talked about the same shit during the game. So. Yeah.
This offense will never get better with Nagy's offense being run. He said he gave up play calling. He probably did. But he didn't. He said, I will give you play calling as long as you run my offense. And as long as we're running Nagy's offense, we will not get anywhere. I don't believe that was Bill Lazor's offense. Also, he got a little too cutesy with it, too. Because Cordero did what? 2 Wildcat? 2 out of the Wildcat? What the fuck, dude?
Shut the fuck down.
Both of them did not work. Can we just, please be consistent? First down, we get a fucking slant for 7 yards. And then we got an amazing first down. And I was like, that is exactly what we need to fucking keep doing. And then Art was like, I guarantee we run it this play. And I was like, no, don't run it this play. And it was immediately a negative, 2 or 3 yard play. And I was just like, what the fuck? I can tell, if I can tell, then all of those people that are being paid to fucking make these play calls and these decisions should fucking know how to do it better than I do. I don't understand we have offensive weapons. I can't even say that our offensive line was to blame for this game. Did they have an amazing game? No. But they had a good enough game to where our offense should score more than 6 fucking points. 6 fucking points in 4 fucking quarters. That's not fucking acceptable. I don't care how bad your offensive line is. With the weapons that we have, you should score way more than 6 points a fucking game. Without Cordero's fucking touchdown, what do we lose? 19-6? We were shit. We were absolute fucking shit. Were you about to take another shot?
I mean, I feel like you're the one that needs one that can be fucking fuming through your body.
I was honestly calm all day. I was like, you know what? It's football. It is what it is. But as soon as I start talking about it, I get fucking worked up because this offense is just so bad and our defense is so fucking good. Our special teams and defense literally save our team's ass every fucking week, and our offense refuses to do anything better. At this point, Art does not agree with me. I don't mind if we lose the rest of the fucking games this year because I'd rather us move up in the draft and actually get a quarterback or an offensive lineman that is for the future than us end 9.
Getting a tight end this year, not using him for shit?
Exactly.
I don't know.
But I don't want to end 9-7 where we miss the playoffs and we don't have a good draft pick. To me, that's fucking more useless than just going 5-11. And I don't ever suggest tanking. But at this point, I don't mind losing the rest of the games because it only benefits us and our future as a fucking team and as an organization. I don't think that 9-7 and missing the playoffs benefits us whatsoever. That's probably going to keep Nagy around, which he probably, at this point, if he's our coach, I don't think that he will ever let anyone run any other offense but his offense, even if he's not the one play calling. I think Pace is already gone at this point. I think Pace is done. But let's take this shot, and then we'll do a scat of the week, and we'll do a monster of the week. And we'll wrap it up there. We haven't talked to each other about what we have, so bear down to the future because I got nothing else to cheers to. All right, who do you have as scat of the week?
I was gonna definitely Buster Scream. It was between that and Eddie Jackson because Jackson has at least produced this year, but there are so many times where they're running it up the field and he's like backing up and just watching the other guy tackle him, and he's just like scared. It's like he finally got to play and they're like, all right, you're in, and he's like, oh shit, cool, and then he's like, I don't know. That's what he looked like. Granted, he has done shit this year, and he didn't play as abysmal as Buster Screen. Not
Has
being
he
able to
done shit though this year?
more than Buster Screen.
Does he have an interception? Does he have a fumble? Like he doesn't have any, and that's what he's good at.
No, Buster Screen has been trashed.
I mean, I agree with you. I agree with you.
Week.
I'm not arguing that Buster Screen was worse this week, but Eddie Jackson is good for turnovers, and if he's not making turnovers, he's not a good tackler. So what is he doing?
But he's definitely not the scout. Buster Screen. Buster Screen was trash.
I will say that
Can't
first
keep up
touchdown
with the
though.
man.
Adam Thielen, that first touchdown by Adam Thielen
That was a great catch.
was a great catch.
Still, though, like.
But then, okay, do you remember the second touchdown? Where I literally told him, I was like, I think they were on the 3 or 4 yard line, and I was like, I guarantee they go after Buster Screen right here because that's what I would do every fucking play if I were the Vikings. Go after Buster Screen. He never is going to make a play on the ball. He's never like any wide receiver that you put on Buster Screen will make the catch. And so as soon as they fucking ran it, they got the touchdown, and it was on Buster Screen again. And I was just like, I called that before the play even happened.
I mean, I'm sure millions of people did because.
Why wouldn't you go after Buster Screen? He cannot stay on a man within 5 yards. And if it's a fucking 5-yard play, then you're golden. You don't have to do anything. It's an easy fucking touchdown. But sorry, go ahead. This is your scat of the week. I interrupted.
Played like trash. He can't keep up with anybody. Lost.
Yeah.
And he's done it week in, week out.
And with like Jalen Johnson and Kyle Fuller on opposite sides, it's like all we need is a good, like a decent slot cornerback. And he's just so bad in the slot. Like, but I will give him like A.J. Brown, that touchdown was not on Buster Screen. The first touchdown for Adam Thielen, that's an amazing fucking catch. But then he makes terrible – I think that he allowed 4 touchdowns in the last 2 games. 2 to Tennessee and 2 to Minnesota. So even you take those 2 plays out where they got those touchdowns, that's another touchdown each game where he allowed his man to get a touchdown. But my guy's going to be Nick Foles. I can't with this guy. I fucking can't. I literally hate sitting there and watching him. He misses open players. He folds every single time there's pressure. He doesn't ever throw the ball away.
And when he does, he almost throws an interception.
Yeah, the one time he threw the ball away, he got hurt and almost threw an interception on the same fucking play. The hurt part is not really his fault, but he almost threw an interception when he threw it away. You do realize that you can throw it to the ground rather than throwing it up 5 feet. You can throw it 5 feet down into the fucking ground where there's no chance of them getting a fucking interception. He takes sacks like it's his fucking job. Like, I know our offensive line isn't good, but he takes sacks immediately under pressure. He misses wide open players. Like, I'm sorry, the interception from Anthony Miller, he could have made a better throw with that. That was a clean fucking pocket, and it wasn't a great throw. I will also blame Anthony Miller on that. But Nick Foles misses great passes, but he also made a few great passes, like the one to Allen Robinson, I believe like 20 yards. He caught it just 2 toes on the fucking edge right before he went out of bounds. That was a great throw. He just doesn't do it consistently. There's nothing consistent about him. He went to run the ball on, like, I think 2nd and 3 and got 1 yard when it was like all you had to do was be somewhat athletic, and he couldn't even slide correctly. He, like, tripped himself over on a slide. It's just embarrassing to watch him do anything athletic whatsoever. He gets my scat of the week. Monster of the week, I'm going Roquan. Dude has been our best defensive player all year. He missed 1 tackle, I think, all game. Other than that, he's been an absolute beast. I think he had multiple tackles for loss. He had a sack. He was all over the field like he has been every week. Roquan, I think has got to be our defensive player of the year for the Bears right now.
Yeah.
You
said what? He's got the solo tackles.
I believe he does. Yeah, I believe he has the most solo tackles in the league. He's like 7th in the league for tackles, but I believe solo tackles Roquan is leading the league.
Every fucking game, even this game, when they happen to get through, one guy shows up and tackles, and I'm like, who's that? Roquan stands up, Smith. It's like, of course, because he's the only one that can consistently do his fucking job.
Dude,
I'm not asking you to do
beast.
crazy shit. Just do your job. Eddie Jackson, tackle someone. Bust your screen. Stay on your man.
We want a physical defense. We want a physical defense. He's the one being a physical defender week in, week out. No doubts about it. He's been phenomenal. That's my monster of the week. That's my monster of the year right now. He's an absolute beast. He's an absolute fucking beast. I wish all of our players could play with that intensity that he has. In an interview this week, they asked Deshaun Gibson, they're like, you were an outsider looking into the Bears defense. You knew that they were a good defense. Who do you think was better than you expected them to be when you got to Chicago? And he said, hands down, Roquan. He's an absolute monster. He can defend passes. He can defend tight ends, wide receivers. He can blitz. He can stop the run. He can literally do everything. And he showed that this week. And that was like 2 days before the game that he talked about that. And then he showed up this week and did exactly that. I don't think it's a doubt for me who that player was going to be this week. I said right Roquan is you? Or Roquan as well for you? All right, cool. So, yeah, Roquan, congrats. Monster of the week. Foles, get better because I don't wish an injury on anybody, but you got to pick your shit up, dude. You really fucking do. I don't know how you've been in the league as long as you have, and you can't fucking throw the ball away. I don't know how you don't know how to fucking throw it even down into the ground where you know your running back's going to be. Just fucking – you missed that touchdown to Anthony Miller, who was wide open behind the defense. Like, dude, we have no chance without you making those fucking plays. Scatter the week. Get your shit together. That's all I got.
That was rough. It was a rough week.
It's a rough week because we needed that to me for the season to continue. I don't see us going to the playoffs anymore. That was necessary for us going to the playoffs. So
stop itching your eye.
I really hope I'm wrong about that, but I just don't see that happening.
I mean, like I said, I'm not for tanking, but I also don't see it. Unless our defense fucking goes home. So
how was the beer?
It was good. Not my taste per se. It's not shit, but it's good.
His taste for hops though is like you drink like double IPAs every fucking day, and that's still pale ale. On the side of pale ales, is that still good?
Yeah, I mean beer makes me hoppy, so but it's good. Well, not sure what the shot will be in 2 weeks.
In 2 weeks, I'm sure we'll talk soon because we'll have to talk about what's going to happen with our quarterback situation. We'll probably have to talk about play calling. We got 2 weeks to do shit. We're not going to be stagnant. We'll put out some more videos. There's going to be a lot of information coming in, so we'll talk about it as it comes in. But that's all I got for this recap.
Fucking surprise. So yeah, just remember, hit the notification bell, subscribe, like, comment if you think we should make a video on a certain topic. Yeah, until next time.
Bear down. 5 and fucking 5.